Can't marry someone who is not Yoruba because, and the reasons were so silly, like, hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Tele, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about intertribal marriages. I am in an intertribal marriage. For those of you who don't know, I'm Yoruba. My husband is Efik. Someone sent me an Instagram DM and I wrote it here. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at what I wrote. So let me just read out her question. So it goes like this. Did you encounter any challenge when you presented your husband to your parents? Like, did they want you to marry from another tribe? Because it's looking like I'll be getting married to an Igbo man, and my dad always says that I can't marry an Igbo man. Trust me, I don't have any luck with Yoruba guys. Yes, girl. I feel you. So he grew up in, let's just say, Ibadan. I've changed the city, but it's a Yoruba city, and he speaks Yoruba very well. So the Igbo is by tribe, but in words and actions, he is Yoruba. So this tribalism thing, let me just report myself to you, okay? So I remember as far back as like secondary school, I used to say, like in school, I used to say, I can't marry an Igbo man, I can't marry someone who is not Yoruba, because, and the reasons were so silly, like, okay, not too silly, but they didn't have any depth, like, also that we can both speak Yoruba to us, and speak Yoruba to our children, and gossip in Yoruba, like, let's say we travel abroad and people don't understand the language and you just want to tell your partner something, or just the fact that, yeah, I'm comfortable with Yoruba culture and the traditions, and I just didn't want to have to start learning about another person's culture or traditions and things like that. And you know, my friends would actually look at me like, you're right. And I'm like, no, this, that, you know, I was an advocate for marrying a Yoruba guy because I'm Yoruba and all that. But then I don't know, your story might not be like mine, but as my sister said, the person who sent me this question said that she had no luck with Yoruba guys, you know, and that is quite similar to my story. I had no luck with Yoruba guys. In fact, with one of them, I was an accidental side chick. Yeah, the guy told me that he was single, only for me to find out that he was in a relationship. It was even my friend who told me about it, and I was like, oh my god, are you serious? And I had no clue. Anyways, I digress. That's a story for another day. But I feel like if you have challenges like this with your parents, firstly, it will be wise to pray about it. Yeah, I would start with prayer, because prayer is so important. Like, I have seen the power of answered prayers too many times in my life. So if you pray, definitely pray about it. Just pray about the will of God to be done, because I'm sure you would like the perfect will of God to be done in your life. So yeah, just pray about it. Your prayer should be, God, please let the perfect will be done in my life regarding marrying this guy. And 2, if it is your will, then let my parents budge. You know, the Bible says that the heart of kings are in God's hands, so, and he stirs it wherever he pleases. So yeah, it's worth it. Just pray to God about it. And then secondly, you can speak to someone who your parents listen to. So if it's a pastor, or it's an older uncle or an auntie, or if it's their own parents, say your grandparents, why not? It's worth speaking to them about it. You can even introduce the guy to them, let them meet the guy, and then based on that, they can be like the mediator between yourself and your parents, because sometimes they might need to hear it from a third person's perspective. You know, sometimes parents can be overprotective. I get that, but at the end of the day, every parent wants the best for their child. So your parents might have been like me, that was like, no, I must marry Yoruba by force, by fire, by this. But a Yoruba person was not God's will for me now. So what am I going to do? I can't do anything, right? But just accept God's will for you, and it will be much better than whatever you thought was a better plan for yourself. God's plans for you are far, far greater than your own plans or your parents' plans for you. So yeah, I think that's what you should do. And yeah, most times it's our experiences shape our beliefs, experiences, our culture, our traditions. So maybe your parents might have had bad experiences or not so pleasant experiences with an Igbo person, for instance. Since you said this guy is Igbo and your dad said that he can never allow his children to marry an Igbo guy. Yeah, that's fine, but I don't think it's right for us to judge a particular tribe based on the experience of one person. If he had a bad experience with one person, he can't say like all Igbo men are wicked, for instance, because he met a wicked Igbo man. That's not fair. It's just like how we can't say all Nigerians are fraudsters just because there are many fraudulent Nigerians, or or all Nigerians are dirty because you've met one or two dirty Nigerians. Yeah, it doesn't go like that. The guy might be an exception. There are stereotypes like that, but there are also exceptions to every rule. So yeah, I feel like your parents, it might be hard to try to talk to them. That's why I said you can go through someone who they trust and someone who they respect, so that they can listen to that person. That person can be the mediator between yourself and your parents. And yeah, you also need encouraging friends, because let me give myself as an example. Initially there was resistance when I told my parents about my husband and where he's from. But I remember speaking to a very close friend of mine at the time, and she was like, yeah, that her sister even married a Yoruba man, but that her mom didn't want her sister to marry that man because of where he came from. So he was from another part of Yoruba land, and I think her mom said they were too fetish or something like that. But his family are very lovely. She said now she loves her sister's husband. Her mom loves her sister's husband so much, and her sister's husband's family so much now, because she actually opened up her mind and actually got to know them. So resistance can come. It can come at any time. People just have to learn how to open up their minds. The fact that this person in this town, they're fetish, or in this town they kill twins, or in this town they do XYZ, does not make that person part of the narrative or the stereotype. I think what's important in a partner is the person's values. Do your values align? Is he teachable? Is he accountable to someone? How is his character? Because trust me, adversity will come, hard times will come, but how is his character? That's what will stand the test of time, not the fact that he has money or he has 15 cars. Oh, all those are add-ons, they're nice, but at the core, what is at the core of his character? What are his core values? Those are the things that you should be looking out for. Tribe is good. It's nice to be able to gossip in Yoruba or gossip in Igbo or whatever, but I feel like parents should open up their minds to these things, as it's not a person's tribe that will keep the home. How is the guy? How is the lady? Is he or she respectful? I know most times emphasis is always placed on the woman and how the woman has to be respectful and submissive and all that. Yeah, that's nice, but I feel like respect and submission goes both ways. So if the man treats you like you're his slave, would you like someone to treat you like that because he's from your tribe? No. And I don't think you would like someone to treat your daughter or your son like that because you people are from the same tribe or you share the same tradition or culture. That's nice, but all those things are just, as I said, they're add-ons. They're good things to have, but they're not the major thing to have. If you're religious, does a person share the same religious values as you? Do you people share the same faith? Because it's important for you to have someone to share the same faith with. You know, sometimes you might not be able to pray, but then your partner will be there to hold your hand and pray for you and pray with you. You know, it's tough out there. It's tough out there. Even when you're single, sometimes you may not be able to pray. So talk less of you not having a partner and you can't pray with the partner. You can't share your faith or your religion with the partner. I think, I'm not saying that it's not good to marry from another faith, but I personally would prefer if you marry within the same faith, so that you know you can pray together and practice your faith together freely. So yeah, those are the important things. As long as the man's values are in check, his character is in check, his faith, you guys share the same faith, and you know he's a kind person. I didn't say that. It's important that you marry someone who is kind-hearted. You know, and that ties into the point I made about the values. You know, he has to be kind as well, because it's important. It's really important. It's important in all this to keep being respectful to your parents, because you always have to honor your parents. You know, whether or not you agree with them, whether or not what they're saying makes sense, you have to honor your parents, and you have to ensure that you have your parents' blessing on your marriage. It's extremely important. You can't just marry someone and abscond. No, it's important to do it the right way, and just continue to pray for the spirit of discernment and wisdom. It's God's wisdom that would help you in this season, and I pray that the perfect will of God will be done concerning your marriage, and that you will testify in Jesus' name. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned a thing or two from this video. If you'd like to ask me any questions, or if you'd like to send me any video suggestions, you're free to do so. You can send me a DM on Instagram. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.